Hi, Brad from WordPressSites.net. This 5-minute video tutorial is about WordPress memory and how to increase your allowed PHP memory limits. By default, most web hosts, they set this pretty low because they want to keep the resources limit on each site down quite a lot. They normally run around 6,000 different websites on each server. So when you purchase shared hosting, you don't get a lot of resources. So at some stage, if you're doing a lot of work on your site, you have videos on there, and you're running a lot of plugins which draw on PHP CPU, then you may come up with a WordPress error message at some stage which says allowed memory size of such and such bytes exhausted. So this is the solution how to fix this. Your web host will need to approve this. Whether they do that automatically or whether you have to contact them and get manual approval, it just really depends on who they are. Some are really stingy and they don't allow you much CPU. They'll try to force you to upgrade to a pro package or a VPS hosting package so that you make more money. But this is how you do it if you're allowed to do it. You need to log in to cPanel. I've written a blog post, as you can see here, so there's all the text and the screenshots. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of editing the limits on line 302. So we'll go to line 302 on your PHP ini file, and we'll just change those limits so they're increased. Okay, here we are in cPanel. So just navigate down to File Manager, which is under Files, and click on File Manager. And this comes with a built-in text editor, so you don't have to. You can do this change using FTP and Notepad++, but this is a pretty easy way to do it. So we're in public HTML now, and you can see that up on the left-hand side. We just scroll down to PHP ini. If you don't have a PHP ini file installed, and you may not, then you will need to install one. So the next video will be on how to install a PHP ini file, which is pretty straightforward. So we'll just highlight PHP ini, we'll right click on it and click on Code Edit, and we'll just locate the correct line where we have to change the limits. So I've written about that in my blog post, so you'll be able to find out which line it is. And here it is. Here it's line 302, and it's under the resource limits section. So you can see a screenshot here. So we'll just have a look at that. The PHP ini file, line 302. And you can see the resource limits here. The memory limit here is the one you want to change. I've already changed this to 64 meg, which is enough, so I'll leave that. But if it's at 8 or 10 meg, you want to make sure you can change this. You may need to contact your web host first to make sure what the limit is. So it's just a matter of changing that limit there, clicking Save Changes, and that's done. That's completed the change for you. So I can just close cPanel, and you shouldn't get any memory error messages if that was the case, but it is that. Also in this blog post, it'll teach you how to use fast CGI. Now fast CGI will speed up the loading times of all your PHP scripts. So this is a great way to optimize the performance of your site, but just be very careful when you're playing around with PHP code. It's one little mistake and you're gonna get the white screen of death. So always take full backup. I stress that all the time when you play around with PHP code, and make sure you've got the PHP ini master file installed before you change these settings with your PHP. Changing the fast CGI, otherwise you're going to have your site's going to start producing errors. It's not going to look too flush, or it may cause you a fair bit of stress as well. So the next simple screencast I'll do now, it'll be a very simple technique on how to install the PHP ini file in case you don't already have one on your server. Cheers and good luck.